Nina was a smart little girl who loved reading more than anything else. But she never liked going outside. While other kids played in the park or rode their bikes, Nina preferred to curl up with a book and let her imagination fly. "Why should I explore the world," she'd say, "when I have all the stories I need right here at home?" One rainy afternoon, the power went out. There was no TV, no tablet, and no internet. Bored and fidgety, Nina sighed loudly. Her mum smiled and handed her an old, dusty book from the shelf. "Try this one," she said. The title was strange. The Book Door. Curious, Nina opened the book. The moment she flipped the first page, whoosh! A magical gust of wind swirled around her. Before she could blink, she was pulled right into the book. When she opened her eyes, Nina was no longer in her room. She stood in the middle of a magical library, where books flew through the air like birds. Giant maps whispered secrets, and pencils danced across floating notebooks. Everything sparkled with wonder. 3 talking books floated toward her. One was tiny and giggly with a clown nose. "I'm Giggles, the joke book," it laughed. The second was thick and brave-looking, with a sword on its cover. "Call me Rory, the book of adventures," it boomed. The last was calm, glowing softly like a firefly. "I am Whisperer, the book of fairy tales," she said gently. Whisperer looked at Nina and said, "To return home, you must find the golden bookmark, but it is hidden deep inside the stories. You must pass 3 magical tests to find it." Excited and nervous, Nina nodded. The 3 books took her by the handwell, by the page, and jumped into their first adventure. In the pirate story, Nina and Rory found themselves on a ship in the middle of a jelly sea. The sails were made of toast, and the waves smelled like strawberry jam. Captain Crumble, a cranky pirate made of cookie dough, shouted, "No one finds the treasure but me." Nina used her wits and helped Rory distract the captain by drawing a treasure map that led to a giant spoon. They sailed away, giggling as the captain chased jellyfish. Next came the land of jokes, ruled by silly trolls who only allowed happy travelers to pass. Giggles taught Nina a bunch of riddles and puns, and they laughed so hard that the trolls rolled over laughing too. "You're the funniest reader we've ever met," they said, letting her pass through their jelly bean gate. Finally, Nina and Whisperer arrived in the fairy tale forest. Everything was peaceful, but the golden bookmark floated high in the sky, far out of reach. "Only kind words can lift you," said Whisperer softly. Nina thought for a moment and whispered the nicest things she could. "Thank you. You're special. I believe in you." Slowly, soft wings grew from her back, and she floated upward, higher and higher, until she grabbed the shimmering golden bookmark. With a flash of golden light, Nina was back in her room. The rain had stopped. The book lay open on her lap, and she smiled. From that day on, Nina still loved reading, but now she also loved stepping outside to imagine new adventures, because she had learned that stories aren't just for reading, they're for living. Remember, books are magical doors. All you have to do is open one and let the adventure begin.